Hey everybody, FunshineX here. Welcome back to Techopolis 3. Last time we built this big old nuclear machine and had a little bit of frustration with it just trying to get it to work. And I figured that out, done a bunch of stuff, a bunch of research, and got it all working. And it turns out it was just a bug. We had everything correct, just the way we were providing power was not correct. So everything is going good here. We've got like 32 of each pellet. And how much of this we got? 4, 5, 45 buckets. Yeah, it's like 45 buckets of that stuff. We are running out of power again. Power is just a crazy thing. And I was reading some of the forums, and there are people that have like 80 nuclear reactors. I'm just like, wow, that is nuts. And to get the non-basic reinforced, right? There we go. We have to go through the research. We have to upgrade them that way. But we can't even do that until we get ultimate. So it's like we're going to have to make a ton of basic reactor casings, then throw them all through the research crafter, which is not going to be fun. I guess it's only the casings that need to have that done. Everything else has a recipe. But once we get there, we could build a huge one, right? We could build, 80 by 80 or so. I don't know the maximum size, but we can build a lot bigger than the 5 by 5. And then eventually we can get into turbines, but I think that takes end stuff. Oh, does it not? Steel cyanide block of iron. I was under the impression that you needed higher stuff for this. Huh. Weird. Maybe you don't. Anyway. So we can do... Oh, there it is. There it is. Of course, there was something that needed it. But the coils need lunar technium. Now that's a long way away, so we're not going to be doing that. One thing we can do, I want to try this. If we get a few more nuclear reactors. Oh goodness, it's always the diamonds. Hold on. Okay. And steel. We might as well throw some steel in there while we're at it. Okay, I want to show you how I got the Antimatter working. So this multi-block doesn't enforce only having one nuclear reactor connected to it. So I put another one back here. Pretty cool, huh? And I've connected the quantum and Techoporter with power directly to it. And that is the key. You cannot do it with cable because this thing tries to output the power instead of use it. Or it thinks you're not giving it enough. I don't know why this has to be done this way, but this is a workaround to make it work. So if we go grab, let's see, I'm gonna get, I don't want to use all my power making antimatter. So we can grab this stuff, put one in there, and you can see it's working. That'll make us the antimatter stuff. We'll make a bucket of that. And we only need 100 millibuckets of that to get the antimatter pellets. If we take one of these. And this needs a ton of power, though. This thing can hold 400 million in its inventory. And it used, I don't know, something like 20 million to make one of these. So, got the antimatter pellets, finally. And now we need to make emeralds as well with this machine. And that was by throwing a diamond in here. But if we need to automate this, where are my diamonds? Oh yeah, we're not making diamonds over here. If we need to automate this, this is going to be kind of nuts of the amount of power that's required to keep this going. So we'll see. Look how much power that just used. 40 million to make one emerald. Okay, it doesn't look like emeralds are required. Well, that could change. Anyway, that gets those done. So now we need to go into the fluidizer. And remember, I was like, I don't know how to make a fluidizer. I've never made one before. And there was no placer to tell us how. Well, there's a book. It is a nuclear reaction or extreme reactors help guide, and there is a whole section on the fluidizer. Now, if you look, it says it's a 3x3 build, 3x3x3 minimum. And this example shows a 5x5x4, so it is scalable. I just want to start with the middle, or the minimum. And so it would be 8, 16, 20 fluidizer blocks to make a 3x3x3 frame. We've made 4. Okay. We're out of cyanite. Do we have more? Yay! So there's our 20 fluidizer blocks. I'm going to put this... oh yeah, we were going to put it here, huh? Okay. So get rid of that. We're just going to make the 3x3. So here's the middle, right here. Perfect. Okay. So we can put a controller there. Let's get the rest of the blocks. And this book tells you exactly like where things can be placed and which ones are required. So we got a power port, solid injector. Let's look up really quick one more time. So, oops, we want the operational mode. No, we want this. Okay. So casings, you can just use regular glass to fill in, and we will do that. But we need the solid and fluid injectors, and then the power and the output. So we've got solid injector. We don't have a fluid injector. So a couple more of those. Netherite. Okay, apparently we're not going to make the fluid injector yet. Okay. But look, you can even hold control and it'll open up right to that book. I should have seen that coming. But it does say mandatory C operational mode. Is that only in fluid mixing mode? Okay, yeah. So we can probably do without that. Then we'll just grab some glass for the rest of it. So the power port, we'll stick power in the back. I'll throw glass at the bottom and the top. Do a injector here, output port there. What? No. What are you having problems with? Do we need maybe 2 solid injectors? Need 1 and only 1 solid injector machine. And we've got solid mixing, which needs 2 solid injectors. Okay. So we should be on solid mode right now. Output port, at least 1. Any face, okay. Power port, any face. Glass, any face, not the frame. Weird. Alright, well, let's go grab casings. We'll just see if something's wrong with glass. Oh, does it need something in the middle? Oh, no. Okay. Just glass was a problem. Okay, so we need to give it some power. And that way we're doing through the back. I'm going to steal my entangleporter here just for a second that has power. So stick that one there. This. And energy. Okay, that's got power. Beautiful. And does it show recipes? No. We want to make mob essence. And we were going to use this stuff. So let's grab a stack of that. And for now, we'll just manually put it in there. Turn it on. And there we go. Got some molten mob essence. It makes... What is going on? Why is it not using it up? It says it's active. Oh, okay. I guess that... Oh, it's just showing us... No, it was just a bug. It was just a bug. Okay. So let's get a tank, I guess, to store that in. Or we'll probably put another entangleporter. Can we just make one? Yeah, okay, good. Let's make two. Let's make one. Okay. So this will sit here. We'll create a new channel, and we'll say fluids input from the top. Okay. So yeah, it's just got some kind of global repaint where it's not dating. That's fine. Tons of mob essence. Perfect. And I think that was just a check mark. And we get the ka-ching. Cool. Get our rewards. No, I don't want to auto pin. Okay. Turn that off. Okay, so let's move on then to Ultimate Technium. We need to get an intro seed. And that is polonium with unstable. Now, not like in this because we had a nice 1-to-1 ratio, but now we're going to use up polonium. Using an intro seed on a fluke spot card, a budding, fully enterized fluix. Okay. Four of those. One of those. And sleep. There's our intro seed. And again, we need a fluix block. All right, let's read the quest again. Using a sheet on a fluix block. How do I make a fluix block? Oh, there we go, right there. Easy, okay. I'm not sure how we want to automate this, so I'm just gonna stick it here for now. Now we've got a budding, and of course, can I break this? Nope, that was dumb. All right, well, I guess we're gonna make another, and I think everything's in the network, so just make one. What I want to do is get it off the ground. So all faces are showing. Okay, so that needs to grow, apparently. Let me use advance your A2 network. Okay. Once we get the dust, which we've already got, we can make some sculk with 4 dust on dirt. Okay. Or we can make some Entro does gold and lapis. Makes Entro ingots. Throw them in the water, or use a crystal assembler, or a reaction chamber. Okay, I think for now, well, we got time, right? Let's see if we can make a crystal assembler. Okay, we don't have a skystone tank. Now we do. And we need an extended machine frame. Oh, these need... We have to make the ingots first. Okay. All right. Well, so much for that. And then to make this ultimate Technium machine frame, we need 6 more of these. All right. You on this and get our structure here. Take a nice little screenshot. It's going to make a ding. It's not your computer. It's mine. Okay. We need 57 machine casings. I'm just going to throw them in here when we got them checked off. Oops, I didn't open up ink or something. There. Okay. 16 circuitry. Again, yeah, that's that. Throw those in here. Stack that. All right, let that cook. 9 replica blocks. It's gonna make it look pretty cool. All right, reactor casings, basic. 1. Nine. Okay. Oh, we needed 12. Why did I say 9? Okay, 12 of those. 1 simulation chamber. Of course. How do I get ender pearls right now? It's not easy. Oh no, my diamonds. Oh no, did I lose them? Was that 10 minutes? It was 10 minutes. Wow. All right, I'm maxed them out. It's the steel, I guess, I'm short on. Why do I do this, guys? I'm like, I'll be right back. All right, we're just gonna sit here and wait. Reactor glass and uranium blocks. Okay, that's pretty easy. All right, I am gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna come back, I promise. I'm going to set ender pearls not to come out of here, right? Yeah, we just say don't import ender pearls. Turn that off. Okay. Hopefully we'll get our 2 ender pearls that we need quickly. This won't take too long. Wish there was a way to speed this machine up. That would be cool. So exciting watching gears come down the conveyor belt. All right, last one. Make a few of those. And how are we doing on ender pearls? Perfect. Okay. There's our simulation chamber. Let's go see if our circuitry is done. It is. All right, reactor glass. And we need 16. Pour some out of graphite. Oh, we got a lot of graphite. Okay, plenty now. Get 16 of these. And last but not least, uranium blocks. Yeah, that is everything. And the problem is we can't use a placer until we have the actual Technium machine. This thing looks like it's budding a little bit, but it's very slow. We might have to make multiple of these. What was that thing called? Oh, goodness. Oh, it's in our quest log. Intros. We'll do 8 total. And probably don't want to do it right here. We have an extra space somewhere we're not using. Back here. Actually, I don't know if I want to do it there. Huh. I did tear these down, and I figured that in the same chunk, you can only support a certain number of these. So by putting them all 4 in the same chunk, that's why some of them were negative. It's because these were stealing all the heat and make it super cold around here for the other ones. So I think if I built 2 more outside the chunk, I would be okay. I'm not sure if it's chunk or distance, but I need to build 2 more of these somewhere else, far away from those 2. I could build it here. I don't know. We don't have a really good spot for it. Oh, right here. Right here. We got one. An empty space. Okay. So we'll go 1, skip 2, 1. Nope, that's not going to work. So here's the middle. We'll put one here and here. Skip 2. Won't break the actual block here. So who knows, maybe we'll put another one there. We can just fill this thing up. Depending on how fast they grow and if we need a lot more really quick, I don't know. It's starting to get a little better here. I don't know if that's like the mid tier. I think it's going 1 more. Let's give it a few more minutes. Okay, so we're really blocked on getting this machine until this is done. So we might as well start working on some of these. I'll go ahead and screenshot this now. And let's start thinking about this. Okay, so replica blocks. If we just put replica in a compacting drawer, we should get the block. And we just need to smelt the ingot. So we need to automate that somehow. It doesn't look like we can melt it. So let's get a smelter. And upgrade it to a factory. And let's add it to this line here. And I want to change colors that. Lime. Did we just completely get rid of lime? We did. Okay. So new item stack. Replica dust. That's going to be lime. And just say auto sort input items in the back. And we need a compacting drawer here. And just the 2-tier one. Come on, really? Wait, how can we not have stone gears? There's no way we don't have stone gears. I had like 18,000 stone gears. Wow. Where did they all go? What did we turn them into? I mean, I knew I wasn't crafting them anymore, but wow. Okay, that's gonna be a little bit of a problem. Oh, I guess I can make them with just stone. All right. Just gotta go sit in front of the machine. Okay. So that should be good for our, well, are we making the replica dust automated? Are we? Yeah, it's right here. Okay, it is coming through automatic. Perfect. So I think that one's done. So the next thing I can think about, let's look at cyanite plates. Yeah, we've already got rotten flesh coming in fine. Cyanite plates. So we're going to have to set up another metal press. All right. Just a few more of these and they'll be done. Throw that in with a DC. So, metal press placer. You can just like click on the world, it tells you what you need. Of course. Who makes rods? You do. I should get applied energistics and get auto crafting. That would save me so much time, but it's like, okay, 2 of those. I've lost the text here. Conveyors. Used all our dust. That's not good. Oh, or not our dust, our leather. Did this thing like stay up a little bit longer? Redstone engineering block and piston. I cannot type. And we need the like mod is this called? Immersive. Not it. You moved on me right as I clicked you. Oh, you did it again. Got it. Okay. So this one will go here. Heavy engineering block. Ah, yeah. Okay. So I can hook that up. Get cyanite plates on that. We will need a plate mold. Sure, I guess we're using a nickel plate to make the plate mold. Let's get our drawer controller. Not drawer controller, compactor drawer. We say, oh, I gotta put some upgrades in here, but this will be front output on. Lock you, lock you. Okay. 11 blocks. And then we'll put this there. Okay. Need to send some power its way. We don't have any basic energy cable. Oh, I've got to make more copper coil again. I forgot that. How is this doing? I think that's the highest that it gets. Let's check our other ones. Oh, that one's like budding half entroized. Fully entroized. Does that mean they decay? Oh, I'm not liking that. None of these look any bigger. Oh, it says medium right there. Medium entro bud. Oh, okay. Look at the tooltip. Large entro bud. Okay, is that the biggest? Oh, it looks like it goes to entro cluster. Yep, goes to cluster. Entrobud's growing similar to source quotes. The degradation processing of bud is unavoidable. It'll finally be turned into Certus quartz block. Theoretically, you can get approximately 10 crystals from a fully entroized flux without fortune. We'll always drop one entros. Okay, entro bud will drop entro shard when it isn't fully grown. Definitely wait till it's fully grown, and we would like to get, as it just said, fortune. And we've had a modifier thing come into the game called the equipment modifier. Oh, and it has no block. Wonderful. Okay. And so if we get our Paxel, probably want to use one that's not broken. But this says molten lapis is what we need on. Oh, it doesn't? Huh. It's not telling me what goes here. It just says molten lapis. A shift for more. Yeah, it says Paxels are valid. Gives a tool fortune up to level 5. But it doesn't say what to put here. That's a bummer. Okay. Should we just put lapis in here and see what happens? I don't know. I'll read up more, find out why that is going. Still large bud. Any of you a cluster yet? No. Okay, to me, that means we need to send more of our waste this direction, because we don't need this anymore. So what I'm going to do temporarily, I'll actually do this and just disable that. And we'll go grab, let's grab a stack of this, because I forgot to do this other test. We got sidetracked. So I'm going to put a third of it in there. And that should all go to making the polonium, which we need more of than the plutonium. Okay. But the original thing we were going to test a long time ago, I want to break this because it looks hideous. If we get some nuclear reactors, and put them on the other sides of this machine, this multi-block. Will it work? It does. Oh my gosh. So we can have technically 4 of them go, and one of them is going to be used for our processing, but yeah, we can have all that going. So let's get power there. And there. And I'm going to need to make some more power cables. We are completely out, and I don't want to have to craft that on screen anymore because it takes forever. So that should help our power, because these make, 5,000. No, that's consuming. This one makes 5,100. So we're going to go up from 5,000 to 15,000 at a time. It will eat the ionite or innate, inonite a little bit faster than we can make them, right? But yeah, it's slow going. It is very slow going. Process these through here. I bet you could do it here too. I bet it would work. I might have to do that. Okay, if I get around to it. It's gonna take a lot more power, but you could do it without having to build a bunch of multi-blocks. Yeah, and I went even out of my way to like not reuse walls, and I bet you could have reused the walls. Guys, I think we're gonna call it quits there. I'm gonna wait for the let's do it. It's budding. It's budding. We got one. Okay. 1, huh? You can inscribe it. You can just crush it, right? Ugh. It said you could get 10. Oh, I've got a bunch of ionite or replica blocks here. Crushing. So I definitely need to get fortune then for these. Is there a way to automate it without these budding things? Huh. Yeah, I don't know how to automate that, but it's one thing we'll have to figure out. All put away, all cleaned up. Guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe to my channel, and comment below. I'll see you in the next episode. Catch you later. Bye.